Are you a deviant? You know, like those of us who binge watch serial killer programs, laugh at the stupid shit people do, and revel in anything adult? Well, you found your people. Join us as we crack open the door to the padded cell and release the insanely stupid, the weirdly wonderful, and those who choose to live outside societal norms. We'll delve into the strange, the macabre, the sexy, and the outrageous. So, if you're a deviant, then you have your place with us in the padded cell. Hello and welcome to episode 88 of the Padded Cell podcast. It is 88, isn't it? It is 88. There's just so bloody many now. I remember at the very beginning when we were doing this, like, I can't believe we're on episode 5. And people kept saying, just shut the fuck up about saying what episode you're on. Just get on with it because you're not going anywhere. We like you too much, you know. Yeah. But now I feel like at episode 88, it's because I listen to other podcasts, and when I see all of their podcasts, their back catalogue, when I find a new one, I go, ooh, got loads of great episodes. Here we go. Delve into it. And so now I'm like, episode 88, a couple of lives, and all those Patreons.
Oh shit, yeah.
So now when you look at our back catalogue, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I've actually got, because I'm really anal and sad. I've actually got a spreadsheet with every single subject that we've done.
Shut up, have you?
So I don't repeat it because I'm old and I'll forget.
Of course, yeah.
I'll be like that one day, I've got a dead boss subject. And Dylan will be like, we did that in episode 9.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've talked about that before. So I've got a spreadsheet with all of the subjects that we've ever done.
And all the fetish factoids?
Everything.
No way.
Just so I don't repeat.
Yeah.
And I looked at it recently just to make sure I hadn't done this thing before. And I was like, God, that's some back catalogue that we've got there. Yeah. Not just the number of episodes, but the amount of stuff we've covered between us over all those episodes. It's a lot of fucking talking, that, mate. Anyway, slurp, hang on, hold the line. Right, so on this day, this is going out the 22nd of May.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because we are recording in advance because of my holes. Yeah. Now, I'll be back by now. So today, I'll be back with a tan.
Did you have a good
and probably,
cruise?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Croatia, nice.
Yeah. I'll be a stone heavier. And so 22nd of May is going out. On this day, in 1950.
Oh, 22nd of May, that's my daughter's birthday.
You've only just realised that. I've said 22nd of May 3 times now. Yeah. You only just realised. Yeah. What is this? Eldest or middle? Middle. Happy
birthday, love.
Oh,
she'll be 7.
She'll be 7.
Yeah.
God, okay, so they're getting big, aren't they?
Fucking right, yeah.
Okay. I forget how long I've known you now, because your kids were little.
Yeah.
Kids grow, they do that thing. So, on this day, 22nd of May in 1950, have you heard of Bernie Taupin?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
I'm not that surprised, do you know Bernie Taupin, Dylan?
I do not.
Really?
No.
I thought you would have well known who Bernie Taupin is.
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, what's Bernie Taupin?
I'm going to leave you in suspenders. I'll have a slurp of me tea. Hang on. Bernie Taupin is the lifelong songwriter for Elton John.
Oh, okay.
He does all the music for Elton John.
Got you.
Sorry, lyrics.
Yeah.
And some music.
Yeah.
They've basically been a double act all of his musical career.
No way.
So when you look at Elton John albums, it says Elton John, but it'll often say with Bernie Taupin on it as well. Just not on all of them, but he's acknowledged in the back. And obviously Elton John creates all the music.
Yeah.
Bernie Taupin does a lot of the writing, but there's
overlap.
Yeah. There's overlap. It's very much a team.
Yeah.
But Bernie Taupin, I don't think gets all the accolades he should be getting, really. You think of Elton John. I know Elton John is the performer, the showman.
Yeah.
He's bringing these songs to life. You can write all the songs you want, but if you're not a performer, they're just words on a fucking piece of paper, aren't they?
Well, that's it, yeah.
So, but I just think he needs more accolades, Bernie Taupin, because he's wrote some of the greatest songs ever out there.
Yeah.
Like Crocodile Rock.
What's the saying though? You get a lot of ghostwriters writing for rap artists and drill artists.
Sure, there's loads of people who aren't around anymore as singers, but they're still very much a songwriter.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Kathy Dennis?
I think so.
She was a big singer. Well, big. She was a singer in the 80s.
Yeah.
Did okay, did some of her own songs, but she now writes songs for loads of people.
Yeah.
And the same, Linda, lead singer of Four Non Blondes, Crazy Mad Pat, and Crazy Eyes as she's singing. She's wrote loads of songs for people as well.
I sort of I wanted to do that. Be,
Well,
a,
you
be
like
a
rap and
ghostwriter.
that, don't you?
Yeah, I used to love it.
Meatloaf was the same. He had a writer for a
Yeah.
lot of his stuff, James Steinman.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't be good at everything.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody can be a natural performer, singer, dancer, but might not have the creativity
That's it, yeah.
to actually create the act or whatever,
yeah.
but they can, yeah. So Bernie Taupin, born 1950. So what's that make him? 75? Fucking hell, nothing
Yeah.
on. What do you think about Elton John?
I like him.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've seen him in concert.
Yeah.
And I saw him in Liverpool. I was really, really looking forward to it. It was the Red Piano Tour,
Okay.
probably a good 10 years ago or more, in the Echo Arena, Liverpool. And I was really, really, really looking forward to it. This big red piano came out and he had don't know how many fucking costume changes, which is part of the show.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think he only did about 6 songs.
Oh, okay.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me. I know, okay, a lot of the songs were long.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just the 4 or 5 minute song that you would normally. There was a big build-up introduction, you know, entrance in the new costume,
Yeah.
dancers, visuals, you know. Probably each song was 10, 12 minutes, if not more.
Yeah.
But when you think of Elton John's tunes, they're very much sing-along, foot-tappy.
Yeah.
You want to sing with them.
Yeah.
He is a performer, but do people that go to Elton John concerts want to see all the other people performing, or do you want to see Elton John
Don't see
singing?
Elton John.
I personally would have forgone all of that bullshit in the background to just have Elton John and his red piano just singing good tunes.
Just a man on his piano.
And all of us Scousers, like we're in the pub, sing along with him. Go on there, Elton. You're doing a good job there, lad. But it wasn't. It was this big extravaganza of about 6 songs. And I looked at Jim and I was like, what do you think of that? He went, could have done more songs. And it wasn't just me then.
Yeah.
So maybe it was because I was expecting something that
Possibly,
didn't happen
yeah.
and I was disappointed. But it was the first and only time. I could have gone to see him again and I chose not to. I do love his music. There's one song in particular that I really, really love. And I saw him on Graham Norton not long ago. Do you watch Graham Norton?
Yeah.
Do you like Graham Norton?
Yep, I'm a fan of Graham.
Love Graham Norton. Since Graham Norton's become less talky himself
Yeah.
and allowing other people to do the talking, I like him more.
Yeah.
He used to like the sound of his own voice on Channel 4 years ago. But he was a young Irish guy on Channel 4, making the most of it. Of course he did. And it catapulted him to the BBC. So, but now he lets other people talk. And he's really good, like Parky used to be. You just cough your lungs up, you're all right. You know, okay, would you like a drink of tea?
No,
You've got your coffee.
Yeah, it's all right.
Like in Parky years ago, he had a really good way of interviewing people and getting the most out of them, but by saying very little.
Yeah.
He'd just ask very basic questions and then allow the person then to just talk. It was really good. And Graham Norton's become the same. Elton John was on there. And you know when somebody is so famous that there's this arrogance about them?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about him, but even when he was looking at the other guests, it was almost like an inconvenience in being there.
Oh, okay.
And I really love Elton John, so I'm quite like to say that. But even Jim was like, do you know what? I'm going right off him.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. He's always been an Earl Queen, hasn't he? I love him being an Earl Queen with his big glasses and his flamboyance. But there's almost this sort of undercurrent with him now, this like arrogance, sort of maybe disappointment, anger. I don't know what was it. Something was coming across, and I'm like, yeah. And Jim was the same. It wasn't just me. So. Anyway, so Elton John, the song that I like. What was the song? Rolling like thunder under the covers.
Yeah.
What's it called?
What is it
I
called?
guess that's why they call it the blues. That one. That's a very, very good song. I like that one. Yeah, I've actually sang Crocodile Rock on karaoke. When you go on karaoke, do like a kamikaze thing, they just give you the tune, or you've got to sing something that you don't normally sing. I sang Crocodile Rock. It was really good.
He's done the hook on Stan with Eminem.
Did he?
At some awards years ago. I can't remember what else. He was really good at that.
You know when you say Eminem, in my mind, I just go do 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 do, and Eminem do 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 do, and Eminem do 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 do. Right then, so I went to see Warhorse on the Empire recently.
Okay, yeah.
Have you seen Warhorse?
No.
Do you know the story of Warhorse?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen Warhorse?
I would love to, but I have not yet. It looks
Okay.
really good.
I have been putting off Warhorse for years. One of the things a lot of people don't know about me is that I can be a little sensitive soul when it comes to animals.
Okay.
So I love watching wildlife programs, but if I know that a lion is going to jump on a zebra, I've got to leave the room.
Yeah.
If an animal is like pulling the guts out of another animal, because that's just what they do.
Yeah.
I can't watch it.
I remember watching, what was the fucking Winter Wales or something like that. It was all like fucking Antarctic and cold countries, Canada and stuff like that. It was David Attenborough.
It wasn't like the whales and the seals.
It might have been on one bit, but he was showing 2 bison fighting.
Ooh.
It went on for about
To the death.
15 minutes. It was fucking brutal. Like the pair of them were just fucked looking at each other, and I was shouting at the telly, "Just walk away, just walk, go separate ways, just piss off." And but no, they get close and just fuck off.
No. Did they fight to the death?
Yeah, blood
See, that upsets me.
everywhere, and I was like, I understand why you're showing it, but like
Unnecessary,
it's
really.
harsh watch. Yeah. Nature's brutal.
It is. I love watching nature programs and I love animals, but when I see them getting hurt or they're being hunted,
Yeah.
them fucking poachers just give me a gun. Or just put them in a dungeon with me for 5 minutes. They'll never pick their gun up again.
Lady C's poacher campaign.
Never. So Warhorse. Now, Jim kept saying the horse doesn't die. Right? So he said, "You'll be fine, the horse doesn't die." I went, "Yeah, okay, but there's a lot of things happen to the horse along the way.
Yeah.
And I know it's traumatizing and I can't do it. And the older I get with the old hormones, everything makes me cry." Fucking Andrex advert with the puppy. I'm like, "Oh God, look at the puppy. Oh God, my dog died last year."
Snowballs.
It's fucking stupid. Anyway, I was a little bit of a cunt recently to Jim. Stress, not nasty, no.
Yeah.
Just maybe saying, doing some things I should have really kept to myself.
Okay, yeah.
Not to him.
Yeah.
Not to him. Just in general, life was kicking him in the arse and there was nobody else around. Jim got it. Yeah. And I felt terrible. Anyway, so we went to see The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe on the Empire.
Okay.
Brilliant. While we were there, Warhorse was advertised. And I'm like, do you know what? I've been that much of a cunt. I'm going to buy my husband some Warhorse tickets and I'll swallow it and I'll just go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take loads of tissues. So we went. I was so traumatized.
Is it bad, yeah?
Yeah, I was blubbing. I had hankies like this. At one point, Jim had to get his cotton handkerchief and hand it to me because it filled all my hankies. Tears running down my face. There's a girl sitting next to me who kept looking over like that going, "Oh," who wasn't crying. And at one point, even she was dabbing her eyes like that. But at the end of the first half, when we were going to the interval, Jim, the lights came on. Jim looked at me, been crying. He went, "What did you think?" I went, "That is every bit as traumatic as I thought it would be. Fucking hell, Jim." Mate. And then the second half.
No, we hadn't even got
The
to
second half. A horse dies.
Okay. A horse, not the
A
Warhorse.
horse. Trigger warning. And also, spoiler.
Yeah.
A horse dies, but also the horse gets caught in barb.
Ooh.
Gets his feet caught on the beaches,
Yeah.
the barricades and that. And I'm like, "Oh God, I wanted to get up there and rescue the puppet from the fucking barb, mate. I wanted to scramble over all of the other people in the theatre, stand on their heads
This is
to
on
get
fire.
to the horse.
Help is on the way, dear.
Pushing everybody out the way. So, if you haven't seen Warhorse and you're okay with that level of trauma, you need to go and see it. So at the end of it, I felt bad because Jim was feeling guilty because I'd bought these tickets to make him feel better and was in bits
Yeah.
And he went, "You okay?" I went, "Do you know what? It's brilliant. The way they've done it, you forget that it's puppets. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You forget, and they're like real horses.
Yeah.
And there's this real like heart-tugging story of its owner. And the horse gets taken from him, and then all the other owners the horse has on different sides of the war.
Got you.
I went, "Jim, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And the way they've done it's great, but I can never, ever watch it again.
Yeah.
Never. I've done it once. I'm never going to forget it for all the wrong reasons.
Got you, yeah.
It's brilliant, but just don't give you menopausal, which will never happen to you, so you'll be fine."
Yeah, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put that out there. I've trigger warned you. If you go see Warhorse, it's so sad. So, right. I have just been on holiday when this goes out.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just want to tell you a little story about a holiday that I went on to Rotterdam years ago. I was just trying to think of something holiday related because I can't tell you about the current one because I actually haven't been on it yet.
Yeah.
So me and Jim went to Rotterdam. He was working out there for a little while, about a year. And he came home and we both went back out so he could show me around. We'd been working out.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. And obviously marijuana is legal.
Yes.
In Rotterdam, and they have lots of kind of cafes and stuff. At the time, I wasn't really a spliff smoker, really. I wasn't a smoker. I hadn't been a smoker for years. But because I was in Rotterdam, you know, while you're there, while in Rome, as they say.
That's it.
So I had an AK-47 spliff. And we went back to our hotel eventually, had a couple of drink as well. And while we're in the front of the hotel, the bar's there, we're sitting there, and there's big revolving doors where everybody comes in. So we're like proper off our heads on this spliff, right? Just not like just giggles.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody else must have also had a spliff who was on their way into the hotel because we were watching him outside, and he was like, like doing that with the revolving door,
trying to judge you.
and he was like, and then all of a sudden he went running into it. And then went running out the other side, went round and went running back out again.
The way he came.
He couldn't get out of the revolving doors. So we did it once and we were like, "Oh, look at this knobhead here." So then he was like that then, waiting for it to go again. And then he went round again. And it's one of those ones, if you touch it, it stops as well. So he was like trying to move it and it was like going,
shit.
Then it'd start again and it'd go right round. The barman on the other side was fucking laughing his head off at this guy who basically couldn't work the revolving door.
They must see some sights.
And me and Jim, who were stoned, were just buzzing our heads off at this guy. Same night, went to the hotel room. I'm having a wash, blew my nose, and rather than, you know, the little pedal bins, you've got one here in the toilet here, the little pedal bin, rather than lift the lid on this thing to put the tissue in there, I put my foot on the pedal. And the bin went phew, across the floor. But because I was stoned, I had a couple of gins as well. Again, I didn't think about just stooping down and lifting the lid. Yeah. So for the next few minutes, all Jim could hear was me going, "Oh, fuck." Like this, on the pedal of the bin. Not thinking to just lift the lid. I was chasing the bin around the room, like just pressing the pedal to go and shooting off. And Jim goes, "What are you doing?" I went, "The bin won't keep still, Jim. The bin keeps moving. Where am I going to put my tissue?" And he went, "What do you mean the bin keeps moving?" I went, "Well, keep putting my foot on the pedal and it keeps flying off." He went, "Just bend down, lift the lid." I went,
"Oh yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids."
When my mate turns 18, we went to Amsterdam. There's only 3 of us. And we went for like 4 days or something, but we got in the routine of getting up like 11 in the morning, going for a steak, buying some weed, taking it back to the hotel and smoking it on the balcony. And then we just watch MTV. Yeah. Because our room was just 3 single beds and a TV and a shower. Yeah. And that's all we needed, like, do you know what I mean? So we done that. We had our steak, got our spliffs, got back, had a spliff. And we were just lying in bed, stoned, just laughing, watching Teen Mom or whatever was on the TV. Do you know what I mean? And Danny, I was in the middle bed. Danny was on the left side. He rolled over, like to face the wall. So I thought I was being quiet. And I was going, "Sam, look at Danny, lad, he's falling asleep." So like we were laughing our heads off, like giggling like two little girls. But Danny was actually eating white. And he was trying to look at the wall to sort himself out. And all he could hear was me and Sam laughing. And he said it was the worst few hours of my life because he said, I know now you were just giggling at the fact of me falling asleep. He said, but I thought you were laughing at me because you knew I was eating white. And he said it just made it 10 times worse. I was like, lad, why didn't you just say?
Yeah.
Like, we have fucking 6 packs off laughing.
Oh, no way.
But yeah.
Jim had a bad whitey on a river cruise in Amsterdam.
Oh.
He went on a lad's weekend to Amsterdam and he had some cake.
Yeah.
I think he had a spliff as well. And he wouldn't normally, he's fine with that and like that. And all of a sudden, I said that going, and he's like a bad whitey. And he went, just don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Just leave me alone. Obviously, to concentrate on getting through it. He went at one point, it's like, I just want to throw myself in the drink.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Yeah, whiteys are bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to change things up a little bit.
Oh.
What have you got for us, Rye? You're going first.
Let's go. So I am going to tell us about a guy who I think is fucking probably doing one of the hardest challenges I've ever seen been done.
Okay.
So the last, physical challenges have always been a thing people have done, but it seems to be like a trend the last couple of years where people are documenting them on TikTok and YouTube, and there's 2 guys who've actually cycled from England to Australia. They've documented the whole journey, and that's fucking impressive.
How long did it take them to do that?
Over 250 days. It's close to a year, like they've been doing it. But I come across this guy, and he is doing the world's longest triathlon.
Okay.
And it's fucking crazy what he's doing. So his name's Mitch Hutchcraft.
Where's he from?
He's on TikTok as Mitch Hutch. He's British.
Oh, he's British?
Yeah,
God, our Brits actually doing well. Sorry.
Yeah. He's a former Royal Marine Commando. And basically what he's doing is he's swam from Dover to France. So he's done the English Channel. From there, he's cycling from France to India.
India?
Yeah. So he's done the whole fucking thing. And then from India, he's running up to Kathmandu. And then he's going to summit Everest.
Fucking hell, that's a no mean feat.
That's fucking mental, innit?
That's a lot. So he hasn't completed this. He's doing it, is he?
He's at time of recording now. He's at base camp.
Okay. At Mount Everest.
Yeah. So you've got to stay there for 23 days, I think it is, while your body acclimatizes
it's the
itself.
whole oxygen thing.
Yeah. And then you go to base camp 2, and I think you stay there for a bit, and then you go for the summer. But yeah, he started the swim. Does it say when he started the swim? No, but I caught his journey just as he was getting the last few treks in for to get to base camp. But yeah, swam the English Channel, which is a feat in itself. And then
dodging all them container ships.
Yeah, and the dinghies coming over from France. There's a fucking lot of them at the minute.
Yeah.
It's September the 10th of September. He started swimming.
Wow.
So he's been going all this time. So 7 months. And then started the cycling. So France, Hungary, Turkey, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Pakistan, India. But he's gone like right to the coast of India. And then from there...
Imagine the things he's seen.
Oh, I know. I want to go back because he's got it all on his TikTok. So I want to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Like from the start. And then the run, he's basically running a marathon a day up to Kathmandu. And he reached Kathmandu on March 16th. But then from there, he's had to trek to base camp, which is estimated 350 kilometres. It's fucking some distance. He's
Do you
doing.
know what? When you think about the places he's going through, there must have been some moments where he's like, I've just got to stop and take this in.
100%, yeah.
When you're on your bike and you're not having to concentrate as much as you do in the car, you can look around, and you must have just been occasionally like, just got to stop here.
Jeez, yeah.
You must have.
It's like the 2 lads. I followed their journey when they were cycling from England to Australia, and some of the places that they visited is just like, because obviously they're going through mountain roads and stuff like that, and they get to the peak and they just stop and they're like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
and just take it all in.
I mean, it is about the journey, though, isn't it? You can't just concentrate on your destination. You've got to take in the journey. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for there? Can't remember.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
Yeah, philosophical.
Yeah. But I was looking at it because he's obviously doing this for charity. And I was thinking he's probably fucking raised thousands doing this. He's only raised $9,500.
Oh, you'd think he'd get more than that.
Well, I think someone doing it at something like this would
get millions.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he needs a good TV channel to take it on, doesn't he?
I suppose, yeah.
Really, because that is massive.
Oh yeah, it's huge. He's only 32 as well.
Go away.
Yeah. Dill, have you got the link there that you can play? It's sort of a recap.
He's not had a haircut or a beard shave for a while.
But that's him. That's our Mitch.
Oh.
It's 21 days until I climb to the summit of Mount Everest.
Wow.
Over the last 223 days, I've swam across the English Channel, cycled 12,000 kilometers to see an emerald in India, ran 900k to Kathmandu, and trekked 360k to base camp where we are now. And this is where the countdown to the summit begins. Just like the English Channel though, we're now completely at the mercy of Mother Nature. Hopefully in 21 days, I'll begin my final ascent to the top of the world. If Mother Nature allows. If not, we'll be waiting together for work to clear. But either way, there's one thing for certain. After 13,192k, I'm going to the top of the world or failing trying.
Wow. What a guy.
He's
a machine, isn't he?
Just that final statement, or I'm failing trying.
Yeah.
Like, it's so absolute. And like what he's done so far, it's just fucking...
I mean, that's immense. That's some achievement, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he does do this, that's not many people are going to be able to say they've done that.
Yeah, well, he's going to try and climb Everest.
Yeah. Do you know, I'm sure there's been times along the way his mental health suffered.
Absolutely.
You know, when you're putting your body through so much physical exertion, it does have an impact on your mental health eventually.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's had some quite low days along that journey.
I know, especially doing the marathon every day.
Well, as a long distance runner, you do get in your own head.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But every day, not sure it would be a good thing eventually. And so his mental and physical endurance is unbelievable, really.
Yeah. He and again, you're just going to bed that night thinking, another 26 miles tomorrow.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah.
Just build myself up for one race. Jesus, stay to me.
I know.
Eating me fucking porridge in the morning on the day like that. What the fuck am I doing? Eating this slop just to go and do a race?
Yeah. But would you climb Everest?
When I was younger, I might have had a go. I quite like walking. I used to be a rambler, believe it or not, for a little bit. Yeah. Mountain walking and all that. I like doing all that. But that isn't just a mountain.
No.
Is it? You know, no. I don't think you know much about Everest. You know, it's covered in litter and dead bodies.
Yeah.
A lot of the time when people do die on Mount Everest, they can't retrieve them.
Just leave them.
And they just leave them there. Yeah. And there's actually, some of the bodies are now landmarks. So when people actually get to a certain part of the mountain, it's like the green coat guy or whatever. Yeah. You know, red boots or blue boots is one of them.
Yeah.
And also, you know, when you think of a mountain like that, you think it's just going to be deserted, and it's not. You know, at the bottom of the mountain, apparently it's just like so busy, and so littered. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, really.
So loads of people go just to get to base camp, don't they?
They do. Yeah. And obviously, then they've got all the locals taking them up. What are they called? Sherpas. Yeah. Taking them up and everything to the different camps. But have you heard of the third man syndrome?
No.
Okay, I might do that another day.
Okay.
Do you know about the third man?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay, I might do the third man one day. People that have climbed Mount Everest and have got themselves into trouble have experienced the third man. Don't read it up.
Okay,
I'll tell you about it one day.
Really good, yeah.
What a guy, eh?
Fucking unbelievable.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
Right, I am going to go from one guy, amazing guy, to another group of men who over the centuries have put themselves through something which is just mind-blowing. I've only got a short time to tell it, so I'm not going to do it angry bit. I want to tell this. Okay. This is something that Dylan might have heard of. Okay. Maybe. Oh. Only because it's Japanese. Oh! Again, seems to be a bit of a trend lately. Okay. Have you heard of, Dylan, Sakushin Butsu?
Sakushin Butsu. How do you spell it?
That's how it said, right? S-O-K-U-S-H-I-N-B-U-T-S-U.
S-O-K-U-S-H-I-N-B-U-T-S-U. Shinkazabukatsu. No, I don't think I have.
After all that, fucking spell it out for him and everything.
I've lost half the fucking segment now.
Okay. So this is a practice that's been going on since around the 11th century.
Ooh.
And it involves Buddhist monks in Japan.
Oh.
Dylan's just nodded. You've got an idea now?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. And this basically involves the practice of self-mummification
Oh.
while they're alive.
Oh.
Okay. It does go a bit dark, so trigger warning for those listening out there that there's a few things that might make you go, ugh. And also it's very extreme. So some people might go, yeah, too much for me, this. But not for me, bring it on. Okay. So there's a Buddhist monk sect called the Shingon, and they've been practicing Sakushin Butsu for centuries and centuries.
Yeah.
There are some other sects that do it, but not as extreme as this, and not as well known, if you like.
Yeah,
the reason why these guys are more well known is because there is actually a Buddhist monk who's been sitting around for centuries, mummified, and they've been worshipping him all this time. And also this particular sect were doing it up until not that long ago.
Yeah.
Okay. It is extreme. But for the monks, it's like the ultimate form of spiritual devotion. And they believe that by putting themselves through this mummification, that they will achieve, what's the word I'm looking for?
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
I think I've heard of this before, you know.
You might have.
Yeah.
It's been on TV and stuff like that. I just wanted to put it in here, though, because it suits our strange, macabre, sexy and outrageous.
Yeah.
Not the sexy bit. So, also a form of spiritual devotion, and it's a means of purifying the body to an extent where they prevent decay entirely. So they become a living statue, and the holy figure is preserved for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the process? And this is what you need a trigger warning for, basically. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a very long time. It takes years, sometimes up to 10 years for some of these guys. And there's three key phases to achieving this. So phase 1 is the tree eating diet. It's got a name. I don't think I want to say it. Mokojikyo something.
Mokojikyo.
It's not that.
Yeah.
It's literally the tree eating process. For about 1,000 days, so just over 3 years or under 3 years, the monk, the chosen one who wants to put himself through this, would cut out all grains and cereals from their diet. Instead, they'd live off nuts, roots, pine needles, bark, and berries from the mountains. Why do they do that? The goal is to strip the body of fat completely and also starve it of decay-prone tissues. So if you're stripping your body of all the things that, might cause bugs or attract insects and stuff like that, you're basically preserving your body from anything like that. Also, it eliminates moisture so they'll start to dehydrate. Yeah. Eventually, when this process is over, they look a bit like beef jerky.
Yeah. Yeah.
During this process, they're constantly meditating, chanting sutras. It's not just about physical preparation, it's about the mental and spiritual preparation too. Because at the end of the day, they're putting themselves through an extreme process of slowly dying to reach enlightenment. It's a very mental process. So, step 2, toxic tea time. So this is the real wild bit about it all. After years of malnourishment, the monks then start drinking tea made from the sap of the urushi tree. It's also known as a lacquer tree. So the sap is actually used to lacquer, words.
Yeah.
It's very toxic. Very toxic. It causes intense vomiting, diarrhea, and dehydration. And the idea is to purge the body of bacteria and parasites that might cause decomposition after death. So the idea is that they're preserving themselves before and after.
Yeah.
So not only they're drying themselves out, they were making their bodies toxic to anything that might try and feed on them after they've passed.
Got you.
I mean, that's next level planning, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The third step is entombment or the live burial.
Yeah.
So once the purge was complete, the final step is burial. The monk would be placed in a small underground chamber just big enough to sit in the lotus position. They were then sealed in a pine box with only a bamboo tube for air.
Yeah.
They would meditate and chant sutras and ring a bell once a day to let the other monks know that they were still alive. Then, once the bell stopped ringing, the air tube was removed and the chamber was sealed. So it's assumed that they're dead, or at least very close to death.
Yeah.
So weak that they can't ring the bell.
Yeah.
So this can be years in the making. You know, they've starved themselves of nutrients.
Yeah.
They've made sure that they're not consuming things that might break their body down after death. They've dehydrated their body, so basically by the time they die, they're already like a corpse.
Yeah.
But they've preserved themselves to a point that they will then be preserved forever.
Mm.
And they've sealed the deal, quite literally, in this tomb. 3 years after the tomb is sealed and that air pipe is removed, the tomb is reopened and the body would be preserved. No rot, no decay. And if they've achieved this, then the monk was declared a Sokumbutsu, a living Buddha. That's what it means, living Buddha. So they don't get a funeral, a burial.
Yeah.
They've already been buried.
Got you.
They're placed, they're already in a lotus position.
Yeah.
They've put themselves in that position. And because basically they've been slowly dying, when they actually take the last breath, there's no fight. They just literally die in the position that they're in.
Yeah.
And in this sect that I was talking about before, I can't remember his name, there is actually a living Buddha sitting in that lotus position, and he's just died asleep, basically, you know. But every 3 years they dress him, they put a new thing on his head and put new clothes on him and keep him all nice. And in some of the sects, they've got sunglasses on them and everything. Yeah, keep the sun out their eyes and all that.
That's crazy.
So it wasn't seen as suicide. In fact, suicide is forbidden in Buddhism. Sakushin Butsu was considered an act of ultimate spiritual endurance and a way to transcend the physical world and attain Buddhahood without actually dying in the conventional sense. So they see this as a rite of passage, and it's not necessarily a death. It's just a journey into the next life. But it's extreme, isn't it?
Very much
Very
so,
extreme.
Yeah. Very much so.
So are they still doing this now? No. The practice was banned in the late 1800s, and Japan's like modernization of religion, if you like, it forbade this whole mummification process. But a lot of these places are up in the mountains, so what people can't see, they don't know.
Yeah.
And it's believed that the practice continued into the early 20th century in some sects.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So about 24 Sakushin Butsu remain in northern Japan. So even though they don't practice it, the living Buddhas are still there.
It's still not decayed.
They're still there in the little, sometimes glass things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just out with a curtain over them, and they'll worship them.
Crazy.
Yeah. So even though some of these places don't practice Sakushin Butsu, they might still follow extreme practices in a hope that they will also reach enlightenment. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I've got the name of that guy. Oh, okay. Thank you. His name is Shinyokai Shonin. Shinyokai Shonin. And he has been preserved in the... fucking hell.
Come on.
Do you want me to read it?
Dain Chimbu Temple.
There you are.
That sounds good.
Something like that. And it says here his body's so well preserved, it looks like he's just dozed off for a really long sleep, And they do actually redress him every 3 years.
Class.
So what do you think of that? I mean, we've gone from one extreme guy there who's pushed himself to limits to other extreme guys who push themselves to death.
Yeah, literally.
For enlightenment and religion. What do you think of that?
I don't know, like the whole time you were saying that, I just couldn't help think, like being 6 months into the starving yourself and then someone walks in with a rotisserie chicken and you're just like, oh, fucking I'd kill for that.
I mean, I get the impression that they're monks. They're not really. They haven't got a rotisserie chicken place. Just
Imagine
down
the
road.
Costco next door.
There's Costco, oh yeah. All them big giant pizzas.
yeah.
I like half a litre of Coke.
Barry's doing a Costco run. Don't let Tom know if you're fucking starving.
Yeah, here's your macadamia nuts, mate. Enjoy.
Here's your pine leaves. We're just having a fucking pepperoni pizza.
It's extreme, that though, isn't it?
Oh, fucking right it is. Do you know what'd be hard though? Going from the point from being like, right, I'm going to start me 3 years now. And just being like, I've got maybe 3.5 years left.
Yeah. To live.
Yeah.
On eating all this shit.
Yeah.
Or not eating all this shit.
Yeah. It's
very extreme.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's full faith. That's ultimate faith.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Faith to me is always quite difficult.
Same.
I need to see things to believe them. I mean, I know I believe in ghosts. I think
Yeah.
I've seen one. But, you know, faith in a God or higher being, to put yourself through all that for enlightenment that might not be there for you at the end of it all.
No,
it's too much for me.
I think that's why I can't fathom it.
Yeah.
Or understand it
It's a lot,
properly.
innit?
I can respect it, but I couldn't see myself in that position.
No. But when you actually see the guys as the living Buddha, it's amazing. And you can see how they've put themselves through that process and the end product. Yeah, really, really good. Right, I haven't even got a minute, but it's very, very quick. Fetish factoid, very, very quick. Do you know what the Eiffel Tower position is?
Yeah.
Go on.
It's what we had our mate in at the
Was it?
Padasal photos. Sort of.
If we were doing that, yeah. So the Eiffel Tower position, for everybody out there who doesn't know, it's actually a big thing in the gay community.
Oh yeah.
It can be heterosexual, obviously, but in the male gay community, so you'd have one guy sort of bent over, getting banged from behind, while he's sucking the cock of the other person in front. So you've got somebody in the middle like that.
Yeah.
One guy there, one
Yeah.
one giving fucky, one giving oral, and the two guys then are sort of like holding each other's hands. Or should we do it?
I'm not getting involved.
Spoil. So like that.
It'd be one of them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I'm like that.
Yeah, and
you're just like that girl. Oh yeah.
getting it blown. Yeah.
So like that.
Yeah.
That's an Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And obviously we'd have someone across there, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it wouldn't just be an empty space. It was simulating sex.
Oh yeah.
Just air humping,
Fully clothed.
making all the noises and everything. Right then. So, on that Eiffel Tower bombshell, we're going to go. If you binge watch and put the kettle on, we'll see you next week. If not, no, got all that wrong, didn't I?
See you later.
Should I try it again? Can you do it?
No, I only know if you
If you
binge
binge watch and put the kettle on, we'll see you in 5.
That's where you went, yeah.
If not, I'll see you next week. I need to go on holiday, don't I?
Yeah.
I need a holiday. Bye!
Lots of love.
And there we have it. Another day made better by listening to the Curators of Chaos. Thanks for dropping by. And if you enjoyed the show, we'd really appreciate you sharing the Love the Padasal podcast with your friends. Don't forget to give us a follow on our socials, maybe some 5-star reviews. And feel free to send us an email to medic@thepadasselpodcast.co.uk or even interact with us on Facey, Insta and our other socials because we love chatting to you. Make sure you stop by next week because, as Bowie says, I don't know where I'm going next, but I promise it won't be boring. Catch you soon.